My name's Anthony Barba. I'm a New Yorker living in Berlin. I've been building mobile applications since 2002 that focus on delivering perishable data to mobile handsets. And in 2002, I started an SMS service that sent customized surf reports to surfers on the East Coast of America. And to my surprise, it went better than I ever expected. Then the surfers wanted a snow report, so I built a snow report for that, and then we finally partnered with Time Warner and so on and so forth. But that's where I focus is building mobile applications for perishable data. And then I saw this in Berlin. And I mean, you couldn't get more perishable data than this. And this is what I thought when I saw this was there's so much going on in here. What if I miss an event that's happening in Berlin? If I find something, where do I put it? How do I recall it? How do I remember it? Are there concerts in there? Are there record releases? Are there an event for tape TV? What's in there? So that started thinking, how do we do event data, and how do we do activities, and how do we do this thing in the mobile generation? Do we use calendars? Well, I was thinking, if we put things that we might want to do in the calendar, your calendar would kind of look like this. And it would defeat the purpose of having a calendar in the first place, because there'd be no way to actually get the data that you want for the real events that you might want to do, meetings, business stuff. But what about all those things that you might want to do? So this was never going to work, and all of these color codes, it just was a disaster. So the big idea behind Might is that the calendar is where you keep your commitments, and that's the Outlook, that's the Google, that's the iCal, that's where your hard commitments are. But there's this huge section of things that you want to keep on your radar, and there's a whole section of things that I might want to do that I don't even know about because they're back in that pile on the side of the road. So what we did with Might was, the first thing we thought about was, how do we create an interest graph of your life across multiple platforms? So the first thing you do with Might is you start connecting it to your social network, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the LinkedIns, the Spotify, the SoundCloud. And that, what we can do is we can find out your interests. And then by pulling in those sources, we can then create a stream of all the things that you might want to do in the real world. And it comes in, so for instance, because I'm following Mlove, and because I'm following this fellow here, the person, I get to start discovering things that are happening around me, things that I might want to do in the future. And that's the big idea. This is a stream of everything coming in. And if there's an event that I want to keep on the radar, an event that I want to be alerted about in the future, I can hit the Might button. Think of it as a like button where you hit the Might button. And what that does is it keeps it on the radar for you. And there's your Might list. These are all the things that you might want to do. Really simple, really easy to use. And the beauty of this is that you're sharing your Might list with your friends. And the beauty of not committing to something is that if I might want to go, like for instance, this photo hack thing, I might go to it, but I'm probably not going to go to it. But because it's frictionless, all of my friends can now see that, and they might want to go to do it. So we remove the commitment, which we think is a really big problem in mobile devices, is that people don't really want to commit on mobile devices, they want to browse. And that's Might. It's one place to keep track and manage all the things that you might want to do and discover things that you might want to do. That's Might.